And this is a project that I just got back from doing in Brazil, which I was saying actually that you guys should totally learn about the occupation movement in Brazil because it's fucking amazing. It really is. Like, they have like some of the largest, like, see that building behind? Like, oh, you kind of can't really, anyway, that's not the one, but they have squats that are like that size, that house like thousands of families. They're like super fucking organized. Like, they have, they're just, their level of political organization and commitment to like getting people into houses is just like kind of phenomenal and super impressive. And we ended up working with the recyclers, who are also like the garbage collectors, who are also really self-organized, and just like reaching out to a lot of different groups who are organizing. And then we were sort of trying to make a space like in this like super public plaza, which could be like a platform for them and for various people to like host workshops and to just have. And like these were sort of gardeners, and also to bring together, sort of one of our goals was also to bring together like the recyclers with the occupation movement, with like the gardeners, like with all these people who might not necessarily cross-pollinate, to be like, okay, here's a space to like execute something together and then to see what else comes out of that. And it was kind of cool because when the Occupy movement, this Occupy movement hit Brazil, the like one of the main organizers of the recyclers movement was able to connect sort of through this project with like bringing everything to like set up the occupation in Sao Paulo. So there was just like a lot of like nice like cross-pollination that went on, and then people ended up being able to also use these houses as shelters. And it's really complicated, like creating something that people like move into, and like what is it, just like how does it work, and like what's going to happen when it gets taken down, which is about to get taken down in a couple of weeks. So yeah, and then this is another project that I have in Braddock, which is a little town outside of Pittsburgh. And in the United States, like a lot of the industry has shut down and moved, and so there are all these towns where like there's no more jobs and tons of shit's being abandoned. And so it's just sort of the question of like, how do we like take those problems on creatively, and like, can we create things that are actually beneficial for communities? Can we create jobs? Can we create hope? Like, what is it that we can create like in kind of the wreckage of this situation? So these are just like various workshops and things we've done. We have this building, which is a church building, and the sort of short description is to create some kind of an arts-based community center, but actually we're going to kind of, people have been living there for about 3 years, and we're like trying to get a sense, like basically just figure out now like what does the community actually need. And so we haven't, like, the vision isn't like super coherent yet about what it's going to be because it sort of hasn't materialized yet. But I'm thinking that this winter and fall, oh now it's my phone, that this winter and fall we'll try to figure out just a little bit like more, just to sort of decide like, okay, the time has come, let's like figure out what is actually needed in this situation and what we can provide and how we can do it. I
don't know because I came in late, if you talked about Braddock already?
No, sorry, I'm kind of just blazing through some things.
Run down.
It's a town that has a lot of abandonment, yeah. It's lost 80% of its population.
Right.
Yeah,
so like, a lot of people have moved in from outside cities to actually like revitalise the town.
Some people have, yeah, some people have. It's a funny situation where there's this kind of charismatic mayor who started reaching out to farmers and artists and different people. And the thing that they asked us, like, it was, we had done like a small show there because of like a friend of mine who was really into farming, into urban farming, and they were like, hey, there's this program and we want you guys to like try and go through the motions of the program to see if like local people, to try it out, because no one's done it and the laws are on the books but no one knows about them and no one executes it, and if you guys can do it then you can sort of be an example for this can happen. And it's called the Vacant Properties Act, and it's basically like if you can show that you have a vision for a space, you can basically take over the lease if it's been abandoned for long enough.
Wow. This is in America. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not that shit here.
Yeah. No, it's really interesting. It's like if it's been abandoned for 5 years or more, then there's like 6 months where they say the landlord needs to show their face in the next 6 months, and if they don't, then you're able to take it over and do something with it. Yeah, and as far as I know, there's only been one like follow-up, like somebody locally who already lived in Braddock like took over a lot, like by being like, oh, okay, this process does work, and then like followed up and continued. And I haven't heard of anyone else since then doing it, but I'll get back to you on that. So there's the church. It's pretty cool. And then last project, I'm going to make a musical house in New Orleans. That's all I'm going to say about that. And there we go. That's all. The end.